Welcome and thanks for joining us for the Road to Las Vegas as we take a look at every WCC men's and women's basketball team on their way to the 2010 Zappos.com West Coast Conference Basketball Championships at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. Week 2 proved to be critical around the WCC. We had several matchups between unbeaten teams on both the men's and the women's side. Let's take a look at the highlights. On the women's side, Gonzaga and Pepperdine both improved to 3-0 thanks to sweeps in Week 2. The WCC crowned the new all-time scoring champion as Gonzaga's Heather Bowman passed Portland's Martha Sheldon. Bowman tossed in 15 points in the Zags' 87-52 win over St. Mary's and captured the WCC's all-time career scoring title with 21 points in the Zags' 75-46 win over San Diego. Speaking of the Waves, Pepperdine improves to 3-0 for the first time since 2003, thanks to road wins at Santa Clara and San Francisco. Senior center Miranda Iam averaged 23.5 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 blocks to lead the Waves. Loyola Marymount also earned a Bay Area sweep, defeating San Francisco 63-55 before edging Santa Clara 60-56. Junior Renee Young became the 11th member of LMU's 1,000-point club, tossing in 19 against the Dons before chipping in 15 in the win over the Broncos. San Diego and St. Mary's both earned road splits on their trip to the Pacific Northwest, falling to league leader Gonzaga but defeating Portland. San Diego's Sam Child scored a game-high 20 points in the Toreros' 59-53 win over the Pilots, while St. Mary's sisters Jasmine and Jontel Smith combined for 33 points in the Gales' 72-65 win at Portland. On the men's side, Gonzaga improved to 3-0 in conference play with wins at St. Mary's and San Diego, behind an extraordinary week from freshman Elias Harris. The Zags won their highly anticipated showdown at St. Mary's 89-82 before downing the Toreros 68-50. Pepperdine improved to 3-0 in WCC play for the first time since 2002, thanks to wins versus Santa Clara and San Francisco. Sophomore guard Lauren Jackson scored a team-high 15 points and handed out 5 assists as the Waves edged Santa Clara 61-60. Jackson led the way against the Dons as well, tossing in a game-high 21 points to go along with 6 rebounds. Portland senior Robin Smelders turned in a big week for the Pilots, which picked up a split, winning at San Diego 63-54. Smelders scored 19 and had 9 rebounds in the win against the Toreros. He had a career-high 29 in a road loss to St. Mary's. Speaking of St. Mary's, with its home split with Gonzaga and Portland, the Gales are currently in third place with a 3-1 league record. Senior center Omar Samhan turned in a spectacular week for the Gales, scoring a team-high 31 to go along with 12 rebounds against number 14 Gonzaga before he led the Gales with 28 points and 7 boards in their win over the Pilots. San Francisco earned a road split, beating Loyola Marymount 70-67 before falling at Pepperdine. Sophomore Rashad Green tipped in a missed free throw with 9 seconds remaining to secure the win over LMU. Loyola Marymount bounced back from its setback against San Francisco to beat Santa Clara 81-70. Sophomore Jared Dubois led 5 Lions in double figures with a team-high 17 points. Now I'd like to welcome West Coast Conference Commissioner Jamie Zaninovich to the show. And Jamie, first of all, over the summer, you and the WCC announced a 3-year extension to keep the WCC tournament at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. Why is this an important step for the WCC?
Well, obviously, we felt very good about our 2009 basketball championships at the Orleans in Las Vegas. It was the first time we'd gone to a neutral site. My feeling is that if we can support a neutral site, that's something we should do. And I think the fan experience and the fan reaction, the fact that we had sold out building weeks in advance and packed the hotel next door was a testament to the fact that the fans responded well to it. We got great feedback from our student athletes and coaches. The fact that we can go to a neutral site in a league like ours and have it truly be, a neutral site from a competitive standpoint, from a student-athlete experience standpoint. All of those teams come and play on a court that none of them play on during the rest of the year and compete for our automatic qualification in the NCAA tournament. So we were overwhelmingly pleased with how it went in year one. We also feel like Las Vegas is just a great destination city, and we couldn't be more happy with Orleans Arena and the hotel in terms of their partnership and them supporting us in this endeavor.
And speaking of the conference tournament, you also in September announced a 3-year deal with Zappos.com to be the title sponsor of the WCC Basketball Championships. Why is Zappos.com such a good fit for the WCC?
Well, we could be more pleased with the fact that Zappos.com has come on board for our title sponsorship. A title sponsorship of our basketball championships is something that I was very focused on since I took this job 2 years ago. I think what's so special about Zappos is really if you can find a corporate partner that also shares your same value system. And that's really what we found in Zappos.com. This is a remarkable company. Having a partner like that we can learn from and hopefully can learn from us is really, I think, a testament to the strength of the conference and a testament to our IMG college folks who identified Zappos.com and were able to sign them up as a partner. But we couldn't be more happy to have them on board.
You mentioned values of the WCC and its member schools. Last year, the WCC and Souls for Souls teamed up, donated 5,000 pairs of shoes to needy kids in the Las Vegas area, and a lot of those kids got to come and enjoy the women's championship game. Can you talk about the significance of that?
Yeah, certainly, with 8 faith-based institutions, community service is a huge element of what we do. My vision for the basketball championships when I got here was to make going to a neutral site, going to Las Vegas, something more than just a basketball tournament. We really want to make this a celebration of the conference, and community service is an important element of that. So we got 5,000 shoes donated from our campus partners and at the conference level last year. The goal this year is 6,000. I'm hoping that's a little too low. I'm hoping that we can surpass that. We'll donate those shoes with the help of Zappos.com, who's a lead sponsor on the shoe drive this year, as well as Souls for Souls, both internationally and domestically. And then we've also created, as you referenced, George, an outgrowth of something we did last year. We've created a Kids Day where we'll invite upwards of 500, 600 kids from the Las Vegas area. These are underprivileged kids. Give them free shoes, free lunch, bring them to the women's basketball game, championship game on Monday afternoon, let them enjoy that. And again, Zappos is a big part of that. They're going to staff that. It's really an employee initiative for them because they believe in community service as well. So again, another common value system initiative that we can do together with our corporate partner with Zappos.com that's so important to our institution.
I remember pulling up to the arena and seeing all the school buses and saying, this is going to be a special day for those kids. Well, the 2010 tournament is going to be a special event for kids of all ages. And if I want to get tickets, if I don't have my tickets yet, Jamie, what should I do to get them? We've got 6 weeks remaining until the conference tournament.
Yeah, I think the most important thing to know is that if you're going to get tickets, you should get them pretty quickly. We've been selling at a rapid clip. We're under 500 seats left in the whole building. If you want to get tickets, it's very simple. Just go to WCCsports.com. All the information is right there at your fingertips. You can order online. You can order via phone. I would also encourage folks to in terms of where they're staying, look at the Orleans hotel packages, which are very attractive for Las Vegas, and it's so convenient. For folks that haven't been there, the hotel is literally 300-yard walk, indoor walk to the arena, and has all the amenities that we mentioned.
Well, Jamie, a great time was had by all last year. We had a great time having you on the show this week. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me, George. This is a great element of what we're doing as part of WCCTV, and I look forward every week to tuning in.
We thank Jamie Zaninovich, WCC Commissioner, for joining us. Now let's look ahead to the third week of conference action. In women's hoops action, this Thursday, Gonzaga visits Pepperdine in a showdown between WCC unbeatens, while Portland visits Los Angeles to take on the Loyola Marymount Lions. The third week of women's hoops conference play comes to a close on Saturday with all 8 teams taking the court. Gonzaga wraps up at Southern California swing at LMU, while Portland heads to Malibu to take on Pepperdine. Meanwhile, San Diego plays host to St. Mary's, and Santa Clara welcomes in Bay Area rival San Francisco. On the men's side, Gonzaga hosts Pepperdine in a matchup between the WCC's 2 undefeated teams, while Loyola Marymount travels to Portland, while San Diego visits St. Mary's. On Saturday, the Lions of LMU travel to Spokane to visit the Gonzaga Bulldogs, while Pepperdine visits Portland to take on the Pilots. San Francisco hosts Bay Area rival Santa Clara. Thanks for watching. Be sure to join us again next Wednesday for another edition of The Road to Las Vegas. I'm George Devine for WCC TV.